Welcome back. I'm reporter Matt Howerton. Take a good look behind me. This is just a pile of rubble, remnants of a charred apartment building here inside the Meadows at Ferguson. But last week, it was the stage for some of the craziest footage we've seen in Dallas in a while. When this very building caught fire, police ran from apartment to apartment, getting residents out. People jumped from their third-story apartments onto mattresses to escape, and one mother even dropped her toddler to a stranger below. Around 40 people were displaced, but thankfully no one was injured. But could all of this chaos been prevented? In documents filed today, the city of Dallas claims the sprinkler system in this building behind me didn't turn on in response to the fire. On top of that, inspectors also looked at other buildings here and say they found multiple fire hazards, like windows being nailed shut, along with missing painted and taped sprinkler heads. Finally, those documents say a vast majority of units had either missing or inoperable smoke detectors. Attorneys for the complex deny those findings, but told us it's been working diligently with the city since June to resolve a number of fire code violations. Attorneys for the city asked a judge today to remove all tenants from the Meadows at Ferguson, saying that it's unsafe. That judge instead gave the owners of the complex 7 days to address any fire code violations. In Dallas, Matt Howerton, Channel 8 News.
Dallas families